Jelle.
And I'm Patrick.
Together we are JP Adventures 19. Patrick has this little issue, always walking against those steel bars. So I just put the welding gloves on top.
Warning signs.
Alright, so this is what we're currently doing. As you know, or you might remember, we had water in the box when it was raining and we couldn't put the box into the shed because there was no space. So Patrick's still welding all the seams that we have to grind off as well afterwards. And I'm still taking care of the floor. So, as you remember, this is all rusty. So we actually used the sponge again and soapy water, and then dried it afterwards, and then used rust converter, and it works so well. We're actually surprised. Here you can see the before and the after. It's incredible, and we're so happy actually. Look at this. So Patrick's gonna start grinding now. So I get these ones. Good luck, Patrick.
Thank you.
We got the tip to actually use a wire brush and go like along the welds before spraying the zinc spray on top. And now we're using Sikaflex to seal the seams from the inside. And this. Watch Patrick with his putty knife.
Yeah, my favorite new tool.
And we bought the sausage because it's a lot cheaper for what you get. So we'll have to use it a lot in this box, I guess. We're really trying to push it in there so we won't have any leaks. But still, I mean, from the outside we'll put trims and glue, so it's just some extra protection.
It's also just a gap filler, so when we put putty on the outside, it won't just start mushing in here the whole time.
As you might be able to see, I'm sitting in one of the bins that we usually use for picking apples, and I am working on a video in here with the heater on, and Patrick's welding in there, trying to get the floor attached to all the bars and support. We are ready for some more working on the box, but always when we get back from work, a couple of minutes later it's dark. So again, we'll be working with lights everywhere.
As usual.
Yeah, we got used to it.
Alright, Jelle, off to the roof. Get up there. This is your first time on the roof, isn't it?
I don't know, but we have to clean it. No, it's my second time. Alright, let's weld it on. I got some support up here. Woohoo! Because apparently I'm not heavy enough. So we're standing on this piece of wood. Patrick's welding. That's it. As you saw, we started stitching on the roof that evening. It got dark and late, so we stopped and we'll do the rest today. So halfway done, another half to go. And then we'll see what we do next. This is what it's like on the roof. I am actually standing on a piece of wood. So Patrick Camper, my soul, he's just welding under here. Sometimes I'm actually not heavy enough and we need a second person. So again, I'm not heavy enough, so I'm using this and I try to push down like this as hard as I can. Our roof is welded on and now we will continue with the floor. So we raised it, so this is actually the floor and not the bottom. And we need some more support on this side, so that's what we're gonna do now. We need one more of the floor supports, but we can't weld it onto this side because there's actually the gap for the door. So we are building something like this, so we can actually weld it onto this, and this is gonna go right in here. This is how we're gonna put it in. Does it fit, Patrick?
Bit big, which is exactly what we wanted.
Yeah, we made it a bit bigger than the actual cutout of the door. So we can have a tiny bit of storage underneath here as well. And don't waste that space. And some more welding! Because Patrick hasn't welded in it. This is where the last support for the floor will go in. So we marked it right here. But it's not the first time that it doesn't fit 100%, so it's like 1 millimeter too long probably. We'll have to grind it, Patrick.
Alright, so we are back from our relaxing weekend in Perth and have one more day off. It is Western Australia Day.
Woohoo!
So we are gonna make a big push.
In order to be able to attach the last sheet over here, I have to grind down the seam like I did here, so it's nice and flat. And now I'll do this one and the other two, and then it should be all nice and flat. And now to protect it, again, we put the silver zinc spray on top. In the meantime, Patrick welded in the last support of the floor. So now they're all in here. So it's time to start cleaning up, seal the floor, and then spray paint. And before we forget about it, we still have to treat all the welds on the ceiling. So wire brushing and then silver zinc on top. And that's what we're doing now.
So we are giving it a final clean. Yele's vacuum cleaning because after all the welding on the roof and wire brushing and stuff, everything's falling back down onto the floor. So I'm gonna vacuum it up.
And in the meantime, I used some mineral turps and I just wiped over the surfaces again, especially the metal bars, because we haven't cleaned them with rust converter. And now they're nice and clean and they are actually ready to get painted. Another thing we're doing before painting the interior is we have these tiny little gaps and we just seal them up with Sikaflex all the way just to make sure it's waterproof. The same here, and Patrick created this handy tool, so there's just a little more space in here so he can just go like this.
It doesn't work at all.
Well, it doesn't work, but we're trying. Maybe you should just use your fingers, Patrick.
Oh, I have.
We decided to build an overhang right here to make it a bit more aerodynamic, and so we welded some supports here, here, and here, and then we'll show you what we do next. But I'm not sure if a Unimog can be aerodynamic. We just rolled out the box out of the shed so we can grind. And there's a lot to grind.
Lots of grinding to do.
So Patrick will go over the edges. This one's done, but all the others aren't. And some of the seams, and pretty much getting it ready for painting. We are back. It's Saturday and we had to work in the orchard today, but now we want to get going on the box again. And we started to cover up the holes for the window. Next one to come, because we want to paint the inside tonight, actually. Summary / tour of the box before we start spray painting it with primer. So we used a lot of steel. Patrick knows all the details. If you have any questions, just contact us. And we cladded everything with steel sheet with different thicknesses depending on if it's the base, the side, or the roof. And we'll just show you everything quickly. We have a lot of 90-degree angles, and so we put the supports in here pretty much everywhere to make it like really stable. Also around the windows. Lots of welding. Patrick did a great job. He spent lots of days and nights in here. And in the back it had to be even more stable because of the tires that we're gonna put on the back of the box. You look at this. And then we actually have a second layer, so this is our floor. And we'll have a slide-out balcony underneath. So we had to leave a gap of like almost 20 centimeters in here. Alright, are you ready for some painting, Patrick?
Let's do it.
Cleaning first though. Off we go! We are having an eye on the temperature because it's pretty cold out here. And we have this heater trying to compensate it if it gets too cold. What happened, Patrick?
Did some spraying.
Did you spray the box or yourself?
Mostly the box, but a bit myself, I guess.
Good morning. We are back, and because the spray gun started acting up, we sadly couldn't finish all of it. But we're getting there, and today we don't only want to spray the primer but also the paint, which will be a bit funny. Someone's ready. What about the spray gun?
Not ready.
Ah, we might have to get a new one. In our next episode, we didn't really work on our Unimog or our camper box, but we went to Perth to a Unimog meetup and we tackled a muddy four-wheel drive track because it was raining and it was so much fun. We were just passengers this time, but it was an incredible day. Stay tuned!